It is on CBC Radio tomorrow, so 12 to the hour. UFC Fight Night Fight Card Breakdown also.
Authorities in Kenya are now holding 5 people in custody following Thursday's attack on Garissa University closed that killed almost 150 entitled Burying Kenya's Hopes, the Kenyan government has for decades been perpetrating what it describes as unspeakable atrocities.
Sometimes you just have to believe you can make it. It was the same when I quit smoking. Incorrect quit just is an instant release spray.
Millions who it says are responsible for voting in their government.
Now, what we're going to do today is just a cranial nerve examination, and I will start up at the top and move down in terms of reflexes and strength and coordination. So the first thing I want you to do, first of all, is just square yourself off from knees back, edge of the table back front. Just relax your neck, nice and square all the way so that you're looking straight at my nose. What I want you to do is just point with your hands to the fingers that you see wiggle to keep staring at my nose all the time.
Coastal areas threatened by a tropical storm. Typhoon Isaac is expected to hit northern islands tomorrow. Richard Sanderson is the emergency response director for Plan International. Says the government is taking no chances.
The distribution of 300,000 food packs distributed into evacuation centres. They're sending out regular warnings to local communities. They've started preemptive evacuation along the coastline, and that's using geohazard mapping and identifying those that are most vulnerable with search and rescue teams that are mobilized.
Even though the storm is weakening, it's still expected to bring winds of up to 160 kilometers an hour and waves up to 2 meters in height. Here at home, the federal government appears to be closing the door to any amendments on oversight in its anti-terror legislation. The government did agree to a handful of changes this week, but the controversial issue of oversight has yet to be addressed. Public Safety Minister Stephen Blaney told CBC Radio's The House that some important amendments were made to the bill, and that he's satisfied with where things now stand.
I welcome all the amendments that were made, which I believe have clarified the intent of the bill, while making sure that those who could have concern, like protesters, now are clearly excluded from the information sharing bill. We welcome amendment from the airline industry. We make sure that the role of the intelligence officer was not the one of police officers.
Blaney also says there's no need for further oversight measures to be added to Bill C-51. And finally, the Canadian general in charge of this country's fight against ISIS will soon become the next Chief of Defense Staff. Jonathan Vance is responsible for the military mission in Iraq and Syria. The Globe and Mail says he'll move up the ranks, replacing current Chief of Defense Staff, General Tom Lawson, this summer. Vance steps into the role as Canada's military faces some tough challenges. Expanded mission against ISIS, smaller budget, and the need for lots of new equipment. That's the CBC News today.